Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. This is going to be a vlog. I haven't done a normal vlog in so long. I feel like I kind of fell out of love with it. Not in love with it, but just I didn't really know what to do and what to say for a while because I wasn't doing anything because the house was in so much dismay. I couldn't do anything pretty. We had builders in for like what felt like 3 months. It was 2 weeks, but it felt so long. We had everything was everywhere. We have been trying to do the wardrobe room for about 6 weeks now, and it's finally gotten to a stage that feels really well put together. I love it so much. I'm so happy. And we have just been organising a couple of the other rooms. Rob has been going around and painting all of the smooth ceilings now white so that they're ready to go when I'm ready to go in and tackle and decorate them. He has actually done his own office room. His style is very different to the rest of the style of the house. He's quite into like more modern style, whereas obviously I lean more towards a traditional style. So he likes this too, but for his own personal office space, he just wanted it to just be his. So he ended up painting that and organising that as he wished, which is really nice. I've also made a start on what's going to be my new office room, so I want to go and take you there and show you now. Okay, this is what will be my new office room. This is our smallest room and it's not getting any use. It really was just the doom room. That's a new term that I've learned from TikTok recently. It's just like the dumping zone, dumping ground. Anything can be a doom, like a doom drawer, a doom room, a doom cupboard. This was a doom room, and I ended up taking everything out, sorting all of our bedding and all of our spare duvets and pillowcases. They're all now in the airing cupboard, which again is another project that I want to tackle to make that maximum efficiency when it comes to storing all of our things. I need to go through some things as well and donate or give them to friends because I don't need as much as we've got. I think I can be quite a hoarder. Like if I've bought something and I think, oh, one day we will use that, I will keep it because there will be one day that I need it, but that's like one day out of the 5 years that I've held on to them. So I need to kind of go through and be a little bit more strict about culling some stuff. But yeah, this is going to be my office room. I'm going to move my desk that is currently downstairs in the dining room office upstairs, and I'm going to reform that back into some sort of like dining chill zone space for just being downstairs and socialising because it's not getting used as an office. I don't like sitting down there in there as an office. I don't think the room ever really worked as an office for me personally. And I think being upstairs in the coziness of this small room, because this is all I need, just like headphones on my laptop, get into it. And then when I leave this room, I leave all of my tech in here, I shut the door, and then I'm finished with work. That is one thing about working from home. You have to be so disciplined in making sure that you separate your work from life balance, and I don't do that. I don't have a balance. I just mishmash everything together and it makes me so stressed out. And I really need to try and get on top of that because it's not good for me. So that is one thing that is happening. Rob has painted the ceiling white already. He needs to do a second coat. This was the mist coat and he's done the edges, but he needs to do the final coat. Then I can choose colours, I can choose design. Yeah, there's a couple of things in here. I've got all of my shoes. They're going to be going into the wardrobe room organised somehow if I can figure it out. My handbags, I've got a random console table there that needs to be moved somewhere else. And then I also have started to build this wardrobe. Now this was a spare wardrobe that I originally ordered for the wardrobe room and it was going to go on the end and it didn't fit. Well, it fit, but you could barely get into the room and I just thought that's just not very comfortable. So I ended up keeping this because I thought, well, it would be good storage for this room. And I know they do actual office storage solutions from IKEA, but I'd already bought it. I thought I'll whack a door on the front and build it in again like I've done the wardrobes and you won't know any different. And yeah, it's proven to be great already. I've put all of my crafty bits, all of my books, my tech, my microphones, speakers, my camera devices. I've got a couple of books in here, and then I've got all of my like tax returns and all of that, you know, like boring stuff. So that's all going to live in here, which is really handy. Trying to put you back a bit more so you can see. And I think I will actually build like an extra bit of storage on top of this because I just feel like when it comes to an office storage, like you can't have enough storage. So I'll probably end up boxing off on top of that and making the most of that space as well. I think in this room I'm gonna probably go for, what's it called? It's like, is it board and batten? I think Americans call it board and batten. I can't remember what we call it here, but it's that kind of like thick panel side by side without the massive gaps. It's just like kind of right next to each other, side by side, all around the room. I think I'm going to do that in here because I really like how that looks, and because this is going to be my personal space used by me, I just want it to be like, I just really want it to be to my particular style. And then I've obviously got my desk that I thrifted from an antique fair and it was 200 quid, and I need to kind of restore that a little bit. It's in really good condition, but I just need to sand it back a little bit and restore the kind of varnish. The back of the desk as well hasn't actually got any like solid wood on it, so I need to figure out how to make that look as good as possible, because I'm going to make it so that when I walk in the door here, my desk, the back of the desk is facing the door, and I can like sit with my back to the window looking at the door, and then you're going to kind of see the ugly back of the you're kind of just going to see the ugly back of the desk, but I'm going to figure that out. But yeah, that's the plan for this room. This is the current state of our airing cupboard. I've just got so many IKEA bags full of pillowcases, extra bedding, duvets. It's just a hot mess, but I need to figure that out because I really want this to be a place where we house some of our electrical devices like hoovers and stuff as well. So that's going to be a big project too. And then here is what will be the new guest room. So this room hopefully will be quite a simple glow up as well, because I just need to come up with some inspiration of how to decorate it. Again, I feel like I really want to put that kind of beaded paneling all down the sides of the walls. I just love that so much. It's just such a go-to for me. I really love the moulding paneling that I do as well, but I think there's always kind of more of a time and a place for that. I think I'll do that in our living room, whereas with this room, I feel like that beaded paneling will look so nice. This room is awful for sockets. Our whole house is awful for sockets. They are single sockets in pretty much every single room. So in the wardrobe room, I actually had to reconfigure a single to a double, and I did it on my own. I'm so happy with myself. But yeah, that's in this room. There is a socket down by where our new guest bed will be, so that is good, but then there isn't a single, well actually there is, there's one over there. So I kind of maybe need to try to pull from one socket to a new space and see if I'm going to be good at that, because I did watch a video on it yesterday, but it might be a little bit out of my depth. Yeah, again, ceiling in here needs one more coat. I need to pick some colours. I need to pick a bed. I think I'm going to do a second-hand bed in here because I've come up with a really good idea. I've seen a bed online that looks amazing, but it's quite expensive, and I feel like I could DIY it myself. So I need to try and find a bed that will suit that first. And yeah, get some new carpet in here. Then we've got our wardrobe that we've thrifted. Then we've got our wardrobe that we thrifted from last year. That again needs some restoration. It just needs sanded, varnished again, and then this room will be done too. Oh, there's just so much to do. I'm really excited now that the ceilings are done. It just feels like endless opportunities. I feel like we could do with a little bit of an update. I feel like I haven't sat down and talked to you guys in so long. As you can tell, I'm doing this in my new favourite room. I love when I do any kind of makeover, that room becomes my new favourite room, and all I want to do is like take pictures in there and film in there. But yeah, what's been going on? So obviously it's well beyond Christmas and New Year's now, but I haven't really spoken or updated on any of my social medias. There hasn't been a lot going on. I've been just trying to take some time to just relax and recoup, because this project has been a lot. But I've been doing some exciting things. I've restarted Pilates. I actually just came back from a class a couple of hours ago, and I'm really enjoying it. I've found that I much prefer Pilates rather than any kind of gym. I just don't get on with the gym, so I stopped my direct debit to it the other day. Pilates is the one for me. It is an expensive form of exercise. Like, why does it have to be that expensive? I guess the reformers themselves, the equipment they use is really expensive, but yeah, my local place ended up doing like a kind of January sale bundle, you know, New Year, New Me vibes. So I took advantage and I bought that. And I'm hoping that it's going to help me become more consistent so that I can then commit to paying for it like monthly. At the minute, I kind of just buy bulk passes and then go as I please, but I really want to get into a more consistent routine with it. I am not someone that is very good at getting out of the house. Because I work from home, I just stay at home, and it's really bad because then I end up kind of like becoming a little bit depressed in a way. I don't get out and get sunshine, I don't go and get fresh air unless I've got plans and I'm going out. I don't make enough effort to get out and do some form of exercise or get out and have some fresh air. So yeah, Pilates for me has been a really good way of making sure that I'm getting some movement to my body, that my body feels awake, and that I'm keeping active. So I've really been enjoying that. I have also really been enjoying reading. Like, to be fair, for the last year and a half I have been really enjoying reading, but But since I got my Kindle, I've had my Kindle for a year, but since I've got that, I'm just hammering the books out. At the minute, I am currently reading a book called This Little Life. I'm sure it's called This Little Life. It's quite traumatic. I'm about 25% of the way through the book. It's a big boy. It's about 750 pages. That's big to me. I normally read books that are like 350 pages. It is quite a big book, and it's really quite a heavy book. I have seen online that people say it is a book that you will never forget. It will change the way that you think about everything, and people end up sobbing their hearts out. There has been one little instance that's occurred in the book already that I'm a bit like, oh, okay. So, but I'm really enjoying reading that. I am also really enjoying a book called The Mountain Is You. Again, my memory is so bad. I really hope I'm naming all these books correctly. But A Mountain Is You, my best friend actually bought it for me because she knows that I can be really tough on myself, and it is about self-sabotage and not kind of achieving your best because you don't believe in yourself. I know that sounds really heavy. I'm not like that morbid when it comes to believing in myself, but I do stand in my own way a lot, and I think you guys probably know, like, if you're a consistent watcher, I don't upload enough. I'm really annoyed that I do that sort of thing, and there are other reasons to it, but for the most part, I just really want to get back on top of just being like my fruitful self and just enjoying and coming and doing what I do. So she bought me that book, and I have to say I love it. It's a great read. It's brilliant, and it's really taught me a lot about myself that I just didn't realise. I think I'm very self-aware. I'm one of those people that's like, oh, I think I'm self-aware and I think I'm quite emotionally intelligent. But then when you read things, that opens your eyes up a little bit more. You're a bit like, oh, okay, I didn't realise this about me. So it has been really beneficial in that way, a little bit humbling, and honestly opened my eyes, and I've been a bit like, woo. At points I've had to put the book down and be like, oh my God, okay, I need to just like soak that in. So yeah, have been loving reading that book as well. It's brilliant. Also been baking a lot more, which is so fun. I absolutely love Jane's patisserie recipes. She's brilliant. I've loved her since lockdown. I've got all 3 of her books. Well, she might have more, but I've got 3 of her books, and every Sunday, if time is willing, I always love to try out a new recipe, especially if it's like a seasonal recipe. So we did quite a lot of autumn bakes, and I did a couple of Christmassy bakes, and I'm really looking forward to the Easter bakes because it's all about the mini eggs and, you know, all of that stuff, bright pastel colours. So that has been really lovely too. It's also been so nice to have some of my weekends back. I feel like that last quarter of the year, tell me if you're someone that just your life doesn't operate like this. The last quarter of my year, none of my weekends are mine. People have booked everything. There's just something going on. Everyone's birthday, people are having like birthdays, and a lot of my friends have been having their 30th birthdays, so, you know, showing up for them for those. Christmas, everyone wants to go out and see each other just before Christmas. Like, I have to see you before Christmas. It's like, why? But I'm also bad for that as well. Like, I just love the Christmas spirit, so I've just had dates in the diary for so long. Didn't have a weekend to ourselves. We've been travelling up to Newcastle, down to London, across to other places, and it just felt like we hadn't stopped. And then Christmas went by, New Year's went by, and honestly our first weekend in our house without having to go anywhere for the weekend was like bliss. We literally woke up in the morning, we were like in a bit of a like, are we meant to go somewhere? Like, it felt so abnormal, so strange, but we just had to like relax. Like, we finally had a weekend to just go to the shops, go and look around the shops, go and get a roast dinner for the Sunday and like cook a roast dinner, bake some cakes, just sit and watch TV like back to back. We haven't done that in so long, and it has been nice to have a couple of weekends where we've been able to do that. So that has been so refreshing and really good for our mental health, my mental health especially. We've obviously had a couple of big projects in the house with the ceilings and stuff, the wardrobes. They're in a really good position now. I just want to kind of get them finished, and I'm not always very good at getting projects finished. I'm normally a 80% of the way finished kind of gal. I do the bulkiest part of a project, and I'm like, that looks pretty good. I'm bored now. Let's start the new one. I get bored of projects so quickly. I'm really trying to not do that with this house because I really want every room to just feel completely finished. So Rob has been in contact with the carpet fitter for here, so we're going to get our carpets installed. I'm going to get a blind because I need to stop walking around getting dressed in the morning when our neighbours out back can see everything. So we need to get a blind for that area, and I need to get this mirror on the wall, and then I need to update my makeup island. But once that's done, this room is actually finished. Very proud of us. So proud of us. This project has been one of the most difficult, but it has had such great payoff, and We love it. We absolutely love it. I hope you guys love it too, but yeah, we absolutely love it. Like Rob comes in every day and he's just like, I just can't believe these wardrobes, like they're just great. You can't actually believe they're IKEA, especially the way that we've designed them. Like they just look so good. They actually look built in. So yeah, love, love, love that. Some random things. I have started to treat myself to a couple of clothes recently. A couple of clothes? I don't actually say full sentences, sorry. I hope that you understand what I'm speaking. I've decided to treat myself a little bit to some more clothes recently. I'm not that person really. When it comes to clothes, I just buy something if I need it at the time, and that's not a bad way to be, but I had noticed that I was really finding it difficult to put together some nice outfits, and I have for a couple of the years seen this whole concept around a capsule wardrobe. Concept being that you have a couple of pieces that are either quite minimal or quite like nice pieces, but they're good quality at the end of the day. Like that's what is important. They're good quality and they're staple pieces that you can use with so many different various outfits. So you can pair a really good quality plain black t-shirt with a nice pair of whitewash jeans or some leather pants or some shorts in the summer. So I have been trying to buy more good quality things instead of just kind of buy, like just on a whim, just going to the shops and just buying random things that just kind of like give me that dopamine hit at the time. So at the minute, if I like something, I typically put it on a little list on my notes on my phone. And if I still think about it for a couple of weeks to a month, I then treat myself to it and I make sure that I'm really going to get some use out of it. So I genuinely sit and imagine like, okay, I could wear it with that, I could wear it with that, da, da, da. And then when it comes, I try it all on and I'm like, okay, this is a keeper. And I know it sounds a bit of a extreme process just for buying clothes. I know some people just kind of buy them and it's fine or whatever, but for me, this is really working. So I've been really enjoying just trying to treat myself every so often rather than just impulsively buying things that I see on Instagram, because that is so like hook, line and sinker. I used to fall for it all the time and I ended up buying things that weren't really my style. I think I've leaned into my own style a little bit more, especially with my going out clothes. I think I kind of lean a little bit more like maybe like a more tailored. Like I love the kind of Parisian look. I love like trousers, whether they're straight leg cigarette or if they're a little bit wide leg. I love jumpers with stripes on. I'm loving a cardigan at the minute. Oh, loving a cardigan. H&M's got some great ones in with some like gold button details that are very Chanel, but they're definitely not the Chanel price tag. So yeah, that sort of style, I've been loving that. I'm finding it a little bit more like, ooh, when I get a new item that I really, really have wanted, it's a bit more like actually satisfying and actually makes me feel something rather than just buying a load of stuff from Pretty Little Thing and then like wearing it once or twice and then it goes to landfill. I really don't like that anymore. So yeah, I haven't really gotten to buy a lot of homeware stuff recently though. That might change as we start to decorate some of the rooms, but I also do already have a lot left over from our previous house because I ended up donating or putting on Facebook a lot of things that I needed to get rid of before we moved, but I did keep some items that I really, really loved and I knew that I could weave into this house moving here. So I don't feel the need to just go out and just kind of like recklessly spend loads of money in like HomeSense, even though I miss HomeSense so much. I haven't been in such a long time, mainly because we don't have one in Peterborough. We've got a couple of TK Maxx's, but they're rubbish for home stuff. I haven't been to a HomeSense in ages. So again, I think it will just come with time. Like once I've decorated a couple more rooms and I've used what I've got, if there's anything missing that I feel like, oh, okay, we could do with that, then it will be nice to go to the shops and buy those sort of things. I'm just trying to be a little bit more sustainable in life just because of A, the price tag of everything, B, obviously the environment, and C, just being like really grateful for what we've got already. I feel like we live in a bit of a world now where we as consumers buy so much stuff, and I can be like that as well, but I really am trying to tell myself at the minute, do you need it? No. Is this just a trend? Yes. Do you have the money for it? No. Put it on your list, see if you still want it in 2 weeks to 4 weeks time. If you do, fair enough, and if you don't, then you know it was just a bit of a fad. And there are a lot of times when I look at my list a month later and I'm like, oh, I'm glad I didn't buy that. Like I wouldn't have been using, like, no one's using it at the minute, because honestly trends are so trendy on social media. You see everyone's got something, everyone's got the latest mug, everyone's got the latest Stanley cup, everyone's got I don't know, the latest air fryer, and then you want it but you don't really think about why you want it. It's just that kind of impulsiveness and that feel good that you get from spending money, which yeah, I'm not about anymore. I'm about saving my money, and so if I could influence any of you to do that as well, then please do. But yeah, if you also want to go out and spend your well-earned cash, do it. But just, you know, always make sure that it's worth it and that you've got the money to do so. Don't fall for their tricks. Don't do it. But yeah, I think that's it in terms of a bit of a life update. I'm loving that the evenings are getting a little bit brighter and brighter each time here in the UK. That period over Christmas, especially when Christmas is kind of done, it can be a little bit, like a bit dreary. Just not being able to do anything after work in the evening. Everything's dark and gloomy and rainy and cold, really, really cold. I also really am so excited to get back into the garden this year. I've got a couple of bulbs that I have already bought and some that I have ordered that are on the way that I really desperately want to get potted in the garden. I think I'm a little bit late for some of them, to be honest, but I'm just going to throw them in anyway and hope for the best. I should have done this in like November, December, but it's fine, we'll be good. Yeah, so can't wait for that. So we had a carpet fitter come around the other day, and I actually didn't get to speak to him because I was out at a class, but Rob ended up speaking to him. He ended up dropping us a couple of these samples of the carpets that he's got. This is my favourite one out of all of them, but again, I'm not really fussed on the colour selection. The carpet itself feels really nice and soft, and it feels good quality too, and the colours are nice, but in terms of the style that I'm going for upstairs and just given the sorts of colours that we will be using in the rooms going forward, I don't think any of these are really fitting. Like these ones are a little bit too silvery, there's not a lot of warmth. These ones are very, very grey, there's no warmth at all. These ones are a little bit more warm, but this is actually very similar to the carpet we've got before, and I don't want the carpets as dark as this. I'd like them a little bit lighter, and then obviously a navy on the end, which we won't be using. So I need to kind of go out to some stores. I might do that this weekend with Rob, and we need to go and have a suss out of some carpets. I'm thinking to go to Carpetright because I actually went in the other day and they have some gorgeous carpets, and some of them are actually on sale at the minute, but I just don't know what Rob's thinking, so we need to kind of go together and have a look. So yeah, at this point it's just all about searching, but I've done it once with my mum and dad when we actually chose the carpets for their house, and I love their colour carpets. We probably might go for something quite similar. I might even just end up buying the same one, just buying a massive load of it from the manufacturer and getting the carpet fitter to come and just fit it all, because we know that we like that carpet and it's held up really well in my mum and dad's. So that's an option. I think we'll have a look around anyway just to write off any other textures out, because there is a certain texture that I like. It's not like the boucle, it's kind of like a woven texture, but yeah, I'll show you when we go and have a look.
When I'm with you, oh yeah. You like the things that I like. If you don't know, you always give it a try. No one can blame me for crying when I'm without you, when I'm without you, yeah. Know you got dreams of your own, sure you got places to go, but I just want you alone, oh yeah, yeah. I know it's hard to be you, all the things you need to do, but baby, it's hard for me too. Oh yeah, yeah. Mayday, Mayday, is there anybody who can...
Hello, hello, it's a new day. I have just done my hair using the Shark Flex air dryer. I love it, it's so, so good. I use the straightening attachment on it, but for me, it just gives me a really good blowout. Obviously, I do have a keratin treatment that I have every few months, so it does help to relax my hair a little bit more, but honestly, I feel like that tool is so, so good. Obviously, my hair isn't finished. It's very stiff, but it's just blown out at the minute, and then I'm going to straighten it later on tonight. This evening, I've got Pilates class at 5, which is in a few hours' time, so I'm just going to whack it up out of the way, and then I'll style it a little bit more tonight, because tomorrow we're going to Paris. Just for 2 nights, and it's in lieu of our anniversary, so 9 years together, 9 full years. which is just crazy, like honestly so crazy. And I have wanted to go to Paris with him in particular for a long time. I've been to Paris twice now, 2 times already without him. I thought we were going to go on our 5th year anniversary, but he brought me to Ireland, and then I ended up randomly going with a girl that I'd met at a Dunelm event a couple of years ago. There's actually a vlog about that on my channel, so if you're interested, go and watch. And then me and my friend did a very last minute trip to Paris to go and see Usher. We stayed for 1 night. We went and saw Usher. Oh, I love him so much. It was so good. But yeah, so after I get home tonight, I'm gonna do my hair and style it. I also need to do a lot of like skincare. My skin has been so bad recently, I don't know why, but I'm going to do a lot of skincare. I'm going to a peel mask, then a clay mask to draw out the impurities, and then a moisture mask to put all of the moisture back in. And then I'm going to soak with lots of tonics and oils on my face overnight, so hopefully it's a lot more smooth, soft and glowing for the weekend. And then I want to pack some really fun outfits. I might try and pack some of them with you this evening. Oh, and also I've got some PJs. Well, they're just new PJs in general, but I was like, oh, they're for Paris. I love PJs so much. My whole bottom drawer is full to the brim. Even Rob said yesterday, he was like, I would say that you should get them, but I did open your bottom drawer yesterday and the amount of PJs in there was quite ridiculous, and I can't part with any of them because I love each and every pair so much, but I haven't got a pair like this. These baby blue really fine striped pyjamas with that crinkle effect. Oh, they're so soft. These are from Sainsbury's. Some of my favourite PJs are from Sainsbury's. Matching bottoms! And the bottoms are wide leg, which I love. I don't really love a cuffed leg. I love a wide leg. And they've got a stretchy band. I've got the bottoms in a 12 and the top in a 10. Really soft. So I'm going to chuck them in the wash and they're going to get packed for Paris. Can't wait to wake up in the morning just in like my little PJs. So time to clean the ensuite. Haven't done this in a long time actually. I really need to get back more on top of cleaning the bathrooms. But I ordered some stuff from TikTok Shop, which I've never really ordered cleaning products from TikTok Shop before, and I wanted to show them to you. So these are things that you can get from elsewhere, but they've kind of gone viral on TikTok. Oh gosh, it takes some arm strength to get it together. It's this brush, which has got a brush this side, a brush this side, but can you see the difference between the 2 brush heads? So it's like a flat one and then a pointy one to get into corners and stuff. Then it has this squeegee part on the other side, and I've seen people use it on TikTok on hard floors. You scrub the floor, so you can like mop it as usual or use your mop alongside, then you scrub the solution into the floor, like it can get through all of the kind of grain and grooves of any laminate flooring that you might have, whereas a mop doesn't always necessarily get in those grooves. Then you flip it upside down and use your squeegee and pull the pool of water to the middle, and then you can mop up all of that dirty solution. So anyway, sucker, literally fell hook, line and sinker for this one. But I can't wait to use this downstairs because as much as I clean our floors downstairs, it is that laminate flooring that has that grain texture. Then I got a set of 3 brushes. These are cleaning tools. So first one is this handheld brush, which is quite dense, really dense actually, really sturdy bristles, and you can use that to clean your grout. The next one looks like a big old toothbrush, but the bristles in this are really super hard. Again, just for getting into small nooks and crannies, for scrubbing particular areas. And then this one, again, just that kind of, got a really cool shape to it, so you can really get into corners. I can imagine this, you know, where the sink joins the wall, that little space behind. Hey, I like that. So this one is dead thin. It's like a knife, but it's bristles, hard bristles again, and this is for really hard to reach places. So if you've got some places that you can't reach or really thin, you can't fit any of these brushes into, this one should come in handy. So we're very well equipped to clean the ensuite today. Probably going to end up cleaning it within an inch of its life now. I only wanted to do a quick scrub up, but now that I've got my new tools to play around with.
Let's set the tone, a bottle of red wine and pheromone. Conversation flows, a couple of hours, see how it goes. I really trust my senses, catch me if I fall. So done with second chance, and you seem to have it all. And loving before anything emotional too soon. Got my invitation, now the rest is up to you. Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get you over, treat you right. We vibing me and you get together, you and I. We vibing like feeling kinda tipsy, didn't drink, so I don't get it. I must be high, but I'm just guessing. It's something in the way you talk. I'll show my hand, let's play it out. Putting my heart up on the table. I really trust my senses. Catch me if I fall. So done with second guessing. You seem to have it all. In love enough for anything, emotional too soon. You got my invitation, now the rest is up to you. Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get you over, treat you right. We vibing like Kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you. Get to
Back from Pilates, it was a really, really good session. I'm gonna ache in the morning though. It was really difficult today, and because I only did a session 2 days ago as well, so I don't think I was fully recovered. But because we're going to Paris in the morning and for the weekend, I won't be able to get a session in over the weekend, so I would have been waiting until Monday, which is like 6 days away. So really happy to have gotten that in. Sorry, the lighting in here is probably not very good because I've just got this glaring bulb. I will eventually get a nice light in here. But yeah, Pilates was good. Rob made us really tasty dinner, prawn pasta, which was stunning. And then we just watched the season 1 finale of Trigger Point. Is it Trigger or Trigger Point? Trigger Point, I think, on ITV. So good, so good. I have been loving Trigger Point, Fool Me Once. I also watched The Deceived, The Sister, and there was one other one that I've watched recently. But all of those kind of BBC, ITV, Netflix, British crime dramas, so good. Obsessed with all of them, so good. So we've watched season 1 in literally a day because we started it yesterday, I think. And then we are going to download season 2 so that we can watch it on the Eurostar and in our little breaks over the weekend. But now it's time to pack! I've just done my skincare. My hair was washed earlier. I'm going to actually save doing my hair till the morning. Pack everything tonight so it's done because we're getting on the train at 9 a.m. So it's going to be a relatively early start, and I don't want to be stressed out, and I want to just have everything that I want to wear and feel really comfortable and have everything that I need when we're in Paris. So time to pack. Because we're going on the Eurostar, it's actually really good for baggage allowance. So I think you get 2 pretty big suitcases. They're like 75 by 60 or something. I'm just bringing a small one anyway, but I'm probably going to bring a hold all as well. And then you get an extra personal bag. So you actually get 3 items to carry. And I think I'm going to bring a hold all as well because we want to bring back some snacks and some fun stuff. So I'm going to bring something that's pretty much empty so that we can carry anything that we buy back without having to pay extra. Hello guys, it's been about 2 hours that we've been packing. We've both gone through our outfits. Not gonna lie, I did have a meltdown. As much as I was saying that I thought I had a bit of a wardrobe capsule sort of thing going on, I've realised that I have limited amounts of shoes, and most of the trousers that I have don't go with anything like shoes wise, so I really struggled to put trousers and shoes together for this short trip. And also, like, I don't want to bring a million options. I'm literally bringing 1 pair of trainers and 1 pair of shoes, but everything's packed up. I've got my cozy PJs in there, I've got all of my makeup packed up and all of my toiletries. Being a girl, like, this is so heavy, first of all, and 2 extra things that Rob just doesn't have to carry. So I'm going to use every single thing in these as well. It's not like I'm bringing excess stuff. I'm going to use every single thing. And then I've got my makeup brushes. I washed these tonight, so they're a little bit damp. So I'm going to let them dry out overnight, and then they'll go in this, and then that will go in here. And then this is my hold all, which is one of my bag allowances that I'll have, but it's super empty. So if we do buy stuff, I can bring some stuff back. And then I've got my suitcase, which you can just about see, which has got a pair of shoes, a handbag, and like 3 outfits in there. But because it's winter, everything's so thick, so I've got like cardigans and jumpers and like thick trousers and underlayers and stuff, so it's a little bit heavier than I'd want it to be, but because we're on the Eurostar I'm not really bothered. That's it for the video. I hope that you enjoyed this little staying in the house vlog with me this week, a little bit of an update of where we are and where we're going. Yeah, I don't know if I'll vlog in Paris. I might get little clips, but I think it's mainly just going to be a bit of a chill holiday for me and Rob, so we'll have to see. But anyway, I will see you in the next one, guys. Take care of yourselves and I will see you soon. Love you lots. Bye.